So many of us see our kids take their brilliant ideas and put them down into ugly sounding sentences. The secret of sounding smart in prose is punctuation, getting the punctuation right and making the punctuation work wonderfully for you. And we would just totally teach them the secret of using punctuation wisely, except that punctuation is actually ridiculously hard. It's not easy. So many of us either just intuitively picked up on how to use punctuation well from, reading books, or we've taken a whole bunch of courses and read a whole bunch of books that try to explain how punctuation can be used. But it's complicated. It's ridiculously complicated. It's loaded down with terminology, and it's hard to do anything with it. This course, The Epic of Punctuation, is designed to make these difficult ideas of when to use which piece of punctuation clear and clean and powerful. I've spent years researching grammar by reading oodles of books on it, and what I've found is that there's a secret way of doing it. It's to recognize that punctuation comes from people. Human beings invented these different pieces of punctuation in order to solve real pressing problems. Just as an example for this, the semicolon, which is my personal second favorite piece of punctuation, seems to have been invented to help save the world, and historically, it may have actually succeeded. When you understand this story, things just start to make sense. It makes sense why there's so many danged ways of using commas. The fact that semicolons seem hopelessly fussy makes sense. The fact that Emily Dickinson seems to have believed herself able to use long dashes whenever the devil she pleased will make perfect sense. But even better yet, when your kid understands the epic story of punctuation, they will be able to enter that story for themselves, develop their own style that does not break any of the rules, but is something that is their way, their own personally customized way of expressing their brilliant ideas in their own voice. Imagine your kid actually caring about the difference between a hyphen, an N dash, and an M dash. Imagine them falling in love with punctuation and not being able to shut up about it. This is the goal of the Epic of Punctuation. Hope to see you there.